I am back with a budgeting video. Alright, so I guess let me first say welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If this is your second or more time watching, welcome back. I feel silly saying that. I might cut that out. I don't know. I know that's something that a lot of people say, but I just feel silly. So I am going to be budgeting for week 4 of May, which is the 22nd through the 28th. So Sunday through Saturday is what our budgeting week looks like. I apologize in advance. My air conditioner is running like nonstop because it's finally getting, like, it got warm here yesterday. It's not as warm today, but the air conditioner still won't stop running. So hopefully that's not a problem. But I think it makes a sound in the recording. So I apologize for that. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. I decided to go ahead and do the budget with me so we can kind of walk through things. I did already kind of pre-budget. I've got my sheet off to the side, my cheat sheet, but I do, oh, okay, it doesn't want to focus. Okay, so anyway, but for this week, we are only working with a little bit of earned income, and the rest of it's going to come from our savings. If you are new here, we do have quite a bit in savings that was part of our tax refund, and then also some of my Pell Grant from school. So the purpose of the Pell Grant is to help you live while you're in school, and we didn't really need it at first, and now actually my semester's over, and now it's when we need it because my husband's hours were cut. And so we're just kind of working with less money than usual. So right now our earned income, we only had 42 for this week, which is actually rollover from last week, which you didn't see because I didn't budget last week, sorry. Or I didn't film it anyway. So for other, we are just going to pull enough to bring this up to 500. So that will be $458. And that gives us a total of 500 for the inflow. I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit so we can see more of everything. All right, so rent and utilities, again, if you're new, we live with my parents. I guess I should go back a little bit. I am married, and we have 2 very young children, a 1-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and we all live with my parents and one other housemate. So for our rent and utilities, we are supposed to be paying about $250 a month. Because my husband's hours have been cut and we are having to pull a lot from savings and figure everything out, my parents are graciously letting us trade labor instead, but I would still like to give them a tiny bit, even if it's not much. So this week we are literally only stuffing $10, but that's better than the $0 that we stuffed a few weeks ago. Allstate, we are actually considering paying this in a lump sum. If we pay 6 months at once, we save like over $100. So we're considering paying that as a lump sum. For now, we're going to continue stuffing it, and we may just pull the rest from savings to do a lump sum, but we'll at least have some already set aside. So we are going to go ahead and stuff that with $45. Verizon, we need to go ahead and fill out the whole rest of what needs to be paid. So we're going to be stuffing $65 because that actually needs to be paid today. And so that... Oh, where's my calculator? I just realized I don't have my calculator, y'all. All right, so this should be pretty straightforward here because this is just 10, 45, and 65 is 120. And so 500 minus 120 is 380. And honestly, I'm probably going to use the calculator more than I need to, just because I tried to unlock my car with my wallet earlier, and that's where my head is right now. All right, so groceries, we actually didn't spend a whole lot in groceries last week, like at all, so we're only gonna stuff $10 today. Gas though, we are gonna need soon, so we're gonna go ahead and stuff that with $50. My husband and I both have cars. We are driving a little less right now because my school year's over, so I'm not going to campus. His work's fairly close, and my son's their tumbling class is done for... They don't have that over the summer, so that's done for now. So the only things right now is getting my son to daycare and my husband to work, and then obviously like shopping and stuff like that. Fast food, we are not going to be needing fast food as often, but we are going to the Science Center this week, so we're going to go ahead and budget $30 just because in case we go over what's in like our family fun envelope. I'm also going to be stuffing a lot in that this week. Dylan and I are each getting $10. He has spent more out of his than I have. Let's see here. Kids and clothing, they're each getting $10. School is only going to get I can't talk today. Oh my goodness. All right. School is only going to get $5. Family fun and entertainment, those are things we're going to use at the Science Center. Those are each going to get $30, and I hope that that's enough. Date night, we are not stuffing it all this week. That is pretty well stuffed. I did move that to my cash envelopes that had been in my revolving funds, but our couples therapist encouraged us to start making this more of a priority. So we're trying to do date night every maybe 2 to 3 weeks now. And we actually did not have to spend anything for our last date night. We just cooked some food that we put on our grocery budget and just watched a movie here. So giving, we did finally spend a little bit. I'd like to keep that stuffed to $8, so we're going to stuff $2. The way that we use our giving is, this is just for panhandlers. We are not doing much as far as donating to charities right now. I would love to get into that, but for now it's just, you know, we really do like to help when we see somebody on the corner. I know some people frown upon that, but I think it's a good way to make sure that the money is going directly where it needs to go. And if, you know, if people have issues with how that person might spend it, that's more of a, you know, that says more about you than it does about the person that you're giving the money to. So I'd rather they have it no matter what they're going to spend it on. Miscellaneous, we still have pretty okay in that, so we're just going to stuff $10 just in case we go over on something or need a purchase that doesn't fit into one of the other categories. So we're going to go ahead and total this up. 10, 50, 30, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 30, 30, 2, and 10. Brings us to 207. And so we had 380. Oops. Might help if I typed. 380 minus 207 is 173. So that is how much we are taking over to our revolving funds. And this we have, we moved date night, and then we also added 2 new revolving funds. Over here, we added new phone. My phone just started getting a little bit glitchy. And so I'm not going to be putting a whole lot in here yet, but I would just really like to start an envelope for it so that we have some set aside if I happen to need to grab a phone really fast. It is still working right now. It's just needing a lot more love and support, I guess. And then computer build, my husband really needs a new computer. He is actually we're considering taking some out of savings just so that he can get a laptop to use for the time being, but he really needs a full like desktop, really big computer. He has a lot of stuff he wants to be doing like professionally. So we are going to do a computer build, so we're just going to start stuffing a little bit into that. So starting at the top, glasses, I am going to be getting contacts very soon. They just sent me some trial ones, so I'm going to try those out and see how they do. We are going to go ahead and stuff 20 in there. Pet, we are coming up on needing some vaccines for my dog, so we are going to go ahead and stuff 10 in that, and we might need to bump that up a lot faster because I think he's due for like a lot of shots, I think in either June or July. Car maintenance is going to get $10 because we still need an oil change. Netflix, we are finally going to stuff $1 in that. Hulu, I realized is coming up very, very soon, so we're going to go ahead and stuff 15 in there. For anyone that's confused, with Hulu and Netflix, we purchase $50 gift cards, and so that we can get the gas points. We purchase them from a specific grocery store where we have a gas rewards program. So that gets us gas points that we can use towards, you know, when we fill up our tank so that we don't have to spend as much, especially now that gas is so expensive. So one Netflix card for $50 covers us for about 2.5 months, and a Hulu card I think covers 3-ish months maybe. I have all the dates somewhere, but our Hulu runs out the first week in June, so we need to buff that up and get it all settled. Okay, gifts, we are gonna do $10. My husband keeps buying little things for people, so I'm just gonna kind of keep putting into this envelope, especially because starting in August we kind of go into birthday city. From August through to after the beginning of the year, there's just a whole bunch of birthdays in our family. So new phone is gonna get $2, and computer build is gonna get $2. Wow, that's a really crappy looking 2, sorry about that. Daisy and Paladin, these are my husband and I for our businesses. So Daisy is anything that I need for YouTube, or if I need new budgeting supplies, I could take that out of Daisy or personal if I wanted to. Paladin is for stuff for his blog, and he also is a writer, so he is trying to get that off the ground, and he and some of his friends are trying to start a podcast too. So anything that goes, kind of fits in those things, comes out of Daisy or Paladin, except for obviously the computer build. We're gonna do that separate just because I don't want to make him, you know, get to $700 or whatever just in his personal, not personal, but his own business envelope. So these two are each going to get, it looks like $5. Just because we don't have a whole lot that we need for these things yet. I know my husband really wants to get a domain name, and he set a goal for himself. If he's consistent on his blog through the end of June, he will get a domain name, and he is actually almost done pre-writing everything. He's got like 2 more articles to write, and he'll be done through June. So we might go ahead and get that before the end of June. Car repairs, we're going to go ahead and put $10 in there, just because you never know what's going to happen. So that's all of our revolving funds. So we're going to go ahead and add this one up. So 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 15 plus 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 equals 90. All right, and then we had 172 minus 90. What did I do there? 172 minus 90 equals 82. All right, so that is what we are taking down to our annual funds. And it looks like this video is already almost 12 minutes long, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do the stuffing in the same video. I don't know if I want to start posting 3 times a week. Let me know what y'all think. Would you rather have one long video, budget with me, and cash stuffing? Would you rather have them separate? Would you rather not see the budget with me? The one thing I wouldn't want to cut is the cash stuffing, because that's my favorite type of video. I love watching cash stuffings. I love also watching the consolidation ones, which I'm coming up on needing to do on some of my annual funds, because I've been stuffing like $1 here and there, and I think some of them I could probably get down to 5s and 10s soon. But yeah, I wouldn't want to cut out the cash stuffings. So should I skip the budget with me? Should I have them in a separate video and maybe post on Tuesdays and Thursdays and then the weekend? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, you know. I'm really enjoying this though. I really like it. All right, so Orion's birthday is not getting anything because it was just his birthday, so we don't need to stuff that envelope again yet. Zoo membership, we would really like to get a zoo membership soon, so we're gonna go ahead and stuff $10 in that. Masterclass, this is one I was thinking it was Shutter that was coming up soon, but I was wrong. It's Masterclass. That is due like mid-June, and it's a couple $100. So we are gonna go ahead, I did the math and figured out that if we stuff $40 a week until then, we should be good. So we're gonna stuff 40 in that. The rest of the stuff is on my next page, so let me flip my notebook so I can see what I'm doing. All right, Shutter is gonna get $3. That's not until later, and it doesn't cost nearly as much. So oh, I'm sorry, Shutter already has $3. We're gonna add $5. Wow. Okay, and then once we get that fully stuffed, then we can, if we stuff it before it's due, then we can just kind of leave it and then put that money towards something, like, you know, put money that we would normally stuff in there into something else. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do these, because I like the idea of stuffing a little bit in almost every envelope, but I also like the idea of kind of snowballing 1 or 2 a lot. So that's kind of why we're like really going hard on the masterclass right now, and I just kind of want to cycle around which ones I'm doing a little bit more into when we have the chance. All right, vacation, that's gonna get 20. And again, if you're new, we're not actually going on a vacation. We're gonna go visit family, but I just figured vacation makes it sound more fun. But it's just gonna be like a quick weekend trip that we're hoping we'll be able to make, so we're just kind of putting money aside. If for some reason we don't get to make it, then we will be able to take that money and put it elsewhere. But the hope is that we can go, because there's a pretty big event that we want to get to. Lucas, his birthday is not until September, but the way that he handled Orion's birthday, we're thinking he might actually do okay with a birthday party this year. We skipped his second birthday and just did pizza at home. So I do want to start stuffing more than just $1 in there, so I'm doing $2, you know, just $2. We'll see how he does. And if that's something that he seems like he's interested in. Halloween is going to get $1. Kia registration, that's my car, that's going to get $1. Christmas, we are going to put $2 because that's going to come up faster than we realize. PlayStation Plus is going to get $1. Pontiac is going to get $1. We're not stuffing Easter yet. Kosai is not going to be due for quite a while. So I think that is everything there. So we're going to total this up and hope that we get $82 because that's our goal, is zero-based budget. So 10 plus 40 plus 5 plus 20 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 83. Oh my gosh, I did something wrong somewhere. Okay. So we are gonna... Alright, we're gonna see first off, did I do it wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 3. Well, I'm not entirely sure what I did, but I'm sure I have an extra dollar laying around, so if it comes out to 501, it comes out to 501. So we'll just go ahead and put this here. E3, remaining -1. I don't know what I did. I'm not going to worry about it right now, honestly. I might have messed up somewhere in here, or I messed up initially when I wrote down my numbers, but it's $1. I'll just find $1 somewhere. I actually have... I have my change jar in here. It is so heavy. And since we don't really use cash much anymore, oh yeah, I guess I probably should mention, I'm cash stuffing with real cash, but we don't use cash to spend. We usually use our debit card, and then we just repay the credit union at the end of the week. It's just easier for us to visually see everything, and I don't want to spend money on prop money right now. So we are just pulling money out and stuffing it, and then the only thing that we have that we actually spend real cash on is obviously when we give money to people on the street. That is pretty much it. Otherwise, we use our debit card because it does round up to the next dollar and then puts that change into a high yield savings account. So that just makes the most sense for us to use it that way. And actually, up until now, I hadn't had to be doing much going to the bank to get money because we did have some that we had pulled out in cash, but that finally ran out. So we are going to have to start kind of figuring out how we're going to do putting money in, taking money out, and all that. But this is where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and get the cash that I need, and I will be back. It is 17.5 minutes, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. I will either catch stuff really fast and hope that it's under half an hour, or I will cut this into 2 videos. So either bye y'all, or see you in a minute.